What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to the RedCubed Server. I'm just waiting for some stuff to cook in Dave's ultimate mega super smelter. Just a couple pieces of stone that I wanted. And Dave's ooh, it's fancy. Well, fancy that. Okay, let me get this out right away. Well, first, before I get anything out, I'm surprised he hasn't changed the floor of this yet. This was a prank, right? But, I don't know, apparently he's keeping it. At least for now, he's keeping it. And I see that there's something different in there. I'm pretty sure what they've done is gone and just put all the names of the people who are on the server in there. Maybe even just temporarily, but that's what's there for now. But man, he's doing a lot of just super work to this place, Dave is. The Nerd Herd 42 on YouTube. He's just doing crazy amount of work. He's going to put a roof on it. Looks like he's actually started a little bit. And it just puts a lot of things that I've made to shame. So, yeah, I'm going to have to improve. I need to really just sit down on this server and finish building things. Like, that's something that I've always struggled with on absolutely everything. Every single Let's Play I do, every mod play that I do, I start several different projects and I don't finish any one project. I finally finished the lightning proofing, and it doesn't look very good, I realize. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Maybe if I just... I thought maybe I could just cover the entire roof in stone brick now and just keep the inside blue. I don't know. It's just a lot of work, so I'm keeping it as it is for now. The archway, though, still not done. The walls, I don't know. What do I do? I gotta, like, plot out the land that I can put these walls. I gotta figure out how to get around certain corners and stuff. Like, if I go to here, say I build another giant, kind of like those, giant square structure here, then do I go off diagonally? Do I just cut right here, a giant hole through this? Maybe I should tear down this mountain. I don't know what I'm doing at this point, so that's a big problem. But yeah, lots of little projects I gotta just come on here. I think the one that I really want to finish is this wall structure, and I have to figure out what I'm gonna do for maybe the top of the wall there. So we could kind of try to do that in this episode, maybe, because I don't know what else we're gonna do. I've got a lot to talk about, and like I said, the first thing that I wanted to talk about was the fact that I've now recorded this 3 times. This is the 3rd time, this time right here. The first time was with Yuki, Inuyasha624 on YouTube. And I don't know if she's posting her view, if she even recorded her view. But I had recorded it, and then I was cleaning stuff out. And because I was running out of space for... I've done UHC recording, Infernal Minds recording, Waking Up recording. And it's just gotten just massive. And I had to clean stuff out. And I saw the RedCubed. I thought, oh, I've posted that, I'm sure. I mean, it's been forever. I must have posted it. Without even looking, I deleted it and immediately had that sinking feeling in my stomach. I'll get to this. Hold on. Spoilers. But, yeah, I immediately had that sinking feeling like I just deleted the world, and I did. So... then I recorded it again, but then it ended up being like an hour long, and I just couldn't justify posting an entire hour-long episode of just talking and scatterbrain stuff. So let's get it on. Let's get it on with what we were going to do originally in the first couple episodes. I came home one day, I found this nice little arm on my mailbox was up, and there was an urgent message from the Dave E in there. And this is what it says. It says, "Dear Mr. P. Plays, I'm writing as your bank manager and as your friend. Unfortunately, it appears you have hired a dodgy contractor named XD Jake 123. He's a notorious cowboy builder and has hit numerous people in the area. There was a problem with a few pieces of paperwork, or to put it better, a lack of paperwork. The builder's permit he sent us was simply a photocopy of a previous one which he had crossed, I imagine, out Patch's name and wrote his in crayon. Unfortunately, the land you claimed has been repossessed. I'm guessing that's supposed to be repossessed, and bought by a man named Robert, or as he insists on being called, Skybridge Bob. If you wish to reacquire the land, you must speak to him. Apparently, you can make an appointment in the RV. Goodbye, the Dave. So, that's interesting, because that explains why that's been basically built over there. The giant crane and all that kind of stuff. Because Skybridge Bob repossessed it. And that brings me to my next point. Oh, wait. Got to put the arm down on the mailbox. We've checked our mail. Nothing new in it. Put the arm down. Okay. Like so. Boop. Alright. So that leads me to this place. Because I've been working down here, and other people apparently have too. Widen the area. The first house, of course, was the Elemento Steve's new home. The next house was, of course, Dave's house. Dave's mini tree house. Amazing. Then Wynn built her little stalker room. Her little stalker plot with her window. Her spying window. She can stare at me through there. I see now these plots for sale. 28 diamonds payable to Skybridge Bob. He's apparently... I mean, okay. I might be able to fight fire with fire. Is there a lawyer on the server? Because this is my property. We're on private property as far as I know. The only one who can sell land on my property is myself. And yet Skybridge Bob seems to have made it quite apparent that he thinks he's the one responsible for selling my land. Now, I've actually heard of people saying they've talked to a Skybridge Bill, whoever that is. They said he was his brother or his cousin or something, and that he's the realtor. But I don't know. This all seems shady. It doesn't seem legit. And now with this new information about Jake, and meanwhile, here's Jake's fan shop, Poet Fan Shop, and says, Poet's Saliva, $20,000. Poet's Half-Eaten Potato, $1 million. $1 million. And here's a bunch of potatoes and my saliva. How did he get a whole bucket? Odd. Very odd. But here we go. This is a nice little place, though, isn't it? I think. And it's basically grown to right up against my chests. I have to move them out. I just gotta move them. That's that. Gotta move these chests out. So. Oh well. Eventually I'll do it. Now, the other thing. What the heck was that glitch? It's just jerky camera for a second. I helped Win. She had been pranked by Highboy and Drew. You can check it out on her channel and on their channels. That's Winterfrost, WYNTR Frost. Highboy MC is the other who pranked, and Silent Mystification. That's Drew. He was the other one who pranked. They all have views of this pranking of her house, and it was funny. It was a great prank. I loved it. Lots of leaves. Leaves are easy to clean up if you have shears. So I was happy to go over there and help her clean it up. So there we go. That's one other little update. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, there was another thing that I talked about in the last episode that I will never show you because it was an hour long. I had a book in here, and it was an enchanted book. It was for my helmet, because I got this helmet here, and it's not enchanted. And I was saving this book for just such an occasion that I'd have a diamond helmet. Finally, I said, you know what? It's been forever. I'm going to go and enchant that helmet. I came in here, I checked my little chest here, and I found this in its place. Respiration 3, that's it. That's all. And a Respiration 2. I think both of them were in there. So basically, maybe that was in there too. Someone took my very... It was awesome. It had everything that my other one did. Respiration 3, Aqua Affinity, I think maybe even Thorns, Unbreaking. You know, it's all the great things that a helmet should have. It had, and someone replaced it with, I guess, 2 or 3 books maybe, and it kind of led me into this big talk, which I'll get to today. And while I'm doing that, I'm actually going to make some of these. And you know what? I'm going to actually go and collect a whole bunch of stone brick stuff, because we're going to work on the wall today if we can. And while we're doing that, we can talk about basic things like thievery. Now, I don't have a problem on the server. Definitely not. Everybody here is wonderful. Oh, look at that. I got tons of steps already. Everyone's wonderful. And that's that. I mean, I can't ever complain. Nothing bad has ever happened to me. Only good things. So when something goes missing or something gets taken from me without so much as a sign or like a message on Skype saying, oh, by the way, I borrowed this, or even just, you know, in passing telling me, hey, poet, I took your book. I hope you don't mind. I'll make you a new one someday. That's all that it would take for me, you know. But someone took without asking, and I don't know. It didn't really bother me, I gotta be honest. I mean, Minecraft is a game, and, you know, things like that happen in a game, and I don't really care. But it would have been nice. That's all I'm saying. It led me into this big conversation about theft in general, and I mean in the real world, more so than in the Minecraft world, that quite often people who steal have a bad rap, and I mean for good reason. They're thieves, but what I mean is, I've often thought about this. If I were to be mugged on the street tomorrow, and this has happened. I haven't been mugged, but I've had things stolen from me. I had stuff stolen out of vehicles and things like that. And my stance on the whole thing is basically, if they stole something from me, they must have needed it more than me. And people kind of say, you know, they shake their head and say, you're insane for even suggesting that. But think about it, you know. I look at myself and think, you don't know what someone's going through when they're stealing from you, if they have to steal from you. I don't think that there are too many people out there. There surely are bad people, really bad people, who steal for absolutely no reason. And there are those who have, it's even a medical problem of kleptomania and that kind of thing. They have to steal. But there are those who steal out of necessity, and I've often thought that, you know, if they're stealing from me, they probably need it a lot more than I do. That's just a thought. You know, I don't know what their situation is. Do they need the money? Are they in dire straits? Did they just lose their job? Do they maybe have some kind of a mental disorder where they can't properly work? Like, what's the issue, really? That's what I got to figure out. Well, it's not so much needing to figure it out. It's just that's a fact, and you got to think about that. When someone takes something from you, what's the underlying issue? You don't know what that issue is. So, do you still blame them for what they've done? Do you hold a grudge, even though they might not have a job, they might not have a family, maybe they lost everything? I don't know. All I can hope is that if someone takes something from me without asking or by force, all I hope is that they really will use it and they need it. Like, basically, it better be out of necessity, that's all. And that's kind of what I always tell myself, you know, if someone steals something from me, well, I guess they probably needed it more than I did. Because I look at my life and realize, oh, this isn't going right, and realize, basically, if I need money, I have a support system. I have a bunch of friends and I have family who care about me and would take care of me if I was in dire straits. And there are people out there who just don't have that kind of support system. If I needed money desperately, I could go to the bank and get a loan. I have that kind of option available to me because I have good credit. I have a history with the bank and stuff. Like I'm not in a position where I would ever be in trouble, financially anyway. So when I see someone so desperate that they need to steal from me, then it just makes me wonder, how bad is it? You cannot blame someone for that kind of thing. And I'm not endorsing like the Robin Hood mentality where, well, all the poor should be able to then steal from the rich kind of thing, because that's not right either. But I think that you shouldn't hold it against someone if it does happen, because that's quite often I see a lot of people getting severe crime, like sentences in jail and stuff for simple theft. And if it's a toaster that they've stolen, if it's a bike that they've stolen, if it's a car that they've stolen, the circumstances definitely matter. Would you put someone in jail for stealing a loaf of bread to feed his family? You'd probably think twice about it. You'd probably feel bad about it. It's that typical Aladdin type syndrome. On Aladdin, the movie, basically he's a street rat and he gets caught stealing bread and they're about to chop his arm off, basically. You'd feel bad if that were to happen because he was a really awesome guy. He was a great guy. Talking about a Disney character, of course, but yeah, it's just, would you feel bad if it was a piece of bread? Well, what if that GPS he just stole out of the car or something, he sells so that he can buy bread? Or that bike that he stole, he uses it so that he can get to the store to pick up bread. Or, there's so many different scenarios. You almost can't blame someone for doing what they do. It's a fine line between right and wrong, right? I mean, I'm not saying it's right, obviously. Stealing is stealing, and it's a bad thing, and nobody should do it. Not even by necessity, because there is help out there for people who really do need help. And I think that if someone is really stealing something, then they've not looked through every single means. And if they're saying, well, yes, I have, of course I have, and this is the only means, well, then you're not looking hard enough. Because I know personally, having worked in a lot of the urban areas and with youth groups and support groups and stuff like that, I know that there are systems in place for people who are in desperate need of funding, of food, of shelter, of clothing, of just about everything. Free for the taking. No thieving needed. So it's not a very good excuse. Whatever the case is, though, I'm just saying I can easily forgive someone who steals from me, because you just can't not judge, and you cannot ever know whether they're doing it just because they're evil people and they just want to steal your stuff, or because the underlying issue is that they desperately need it to survive, So that was that talk. I thought it just made me think, and hopefully it makes you think too, that you just can't blame people for every crime that they do. Robin Hood type of thing, like I was saying, but it's a fine line, On one hand, it's wrong. On the other hand, you shouldn't hold it against someone for doing it. I think good people will be good people and will refrain from stealing no matter what. So there's that. I don't know where I can even go with that sentence. It's just, I'll leave it at that. That you just can't judge a book by its cover. You can't blame someone for doing something without knowing all the facts. And that basically led me to, I know what I'll show you guys. Something else that I worked on that I forgot that I did and didn't show you guys. Let's see. Let's. It's over here. It's over here. Come on. Running faster. Come on. I need to put ice under this floor or something. Okay, look at this. I've done the lighting. Not too far, but I've done it from, this was the only place done. And I've now gone all the way over here. And then down this way. I still got to put more lighting in. It's not done past, excuse me, past that bridge. Oh, and I've also redone these 3 pillars. I completely tore them down from the top down to about there, where my cursor is. And I've rebuilt all 3 of them. This is the only one with the little louvers on the side, if that's what you can call them. This one I just barely started, and I'm going to be putting them all the way down, all of them. And I think they look pretty good. Completely unnecessary, but I think they look good. And what else? I think that's about it. Oh, let's go check to see how my cows are doing. Because I did an experiment the other day. I have a problem where the space I have for my cows is super small. And I might have to redesign it. But the space I have for them is tiny. And it's not working right now. They're suffocating in the walls. So I did a test. Let's see what's happening here. Did the cows survive? Answer would be no. Crap. Crap. I breed these cows daily, and the little babies keep dying, because I guess they're suffocating in the wall when they grow or something. It's very depressing. So I thought, well, I'll just have the water running, and maybe the bouncing cows will give them enough room to grow, but nope. So what I'm going to have to do, this was a great idea. I actually thought of this in a dream, if you can believe it. What I'm going to have to do is make these 2 wide, I think. So I'll have a piston here and a piston here, and then this will just be solid. And then I'll do the same over here, so that this is a piston, and then this is solid. And then it'll give them a nice big channel, 2 wide channel to grow in. So that'll be nice. And it'll just take some moving around and stuff. Let's see. Chickies. How you doing, chickies? They're all still tiny, huh? Some of them. 1 of them. 2 of them. No, just 1 of them. Okay. Grow. Lay eggs. Give me your eggs. I could actually just breed them if I wanted to. And I should. Just to get a whole bunch in there. But I have one seeds. 1 seeds? Is that really the right word for it? I guess. Thing of seeds. Handful of seeds. I guess. I don't know. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to talk about quickly is just a quick update on my internet issues. I had a lot of support from everybody about the huge overage bill that I faced. It was like a $500 overage bill. I'm actually talking to my it's a new rep for my internet company. She only started there in May, and I hate being the kind of guy who's like the difficult customer, not happy with anything. But I got to be strict with them, because and I feel bad for her in some respects, because you can tell she's just trying to be nice. And she the other day said, you know, I said my usage in April was only 80 gigabytes, and now here it is in May or June, 250 gigabytes of usage. Like, why on earth is it that high? It shouldn't be that high. And she said, oh, you're doing more business, and that's a great thing. She said it was a great thing. Oh, doing more business is a great thing. Yeah, it should be. That's kind of where I stopped her. I said, you know, it should be a good thing, but if it's the case of, if I do more business, I pay more, then that's not a good thing. And she kind of just, you know, you could feel her tail tucked between her legs. Like, you know, I felt bad for kind of shoving it down her throat that the overages were crap. And I gave another example, and she tried to defend it too. I said, this company, and I pointed to another company in the city, has this offering with a terabyte of data usage. And she started with her, well, you know, they offer a terabyte, but they don't have synchronous upload and download. And I basically said, stop right there. Their download speed is 250 megabit. Like, that's massively fast. So don't start with me. And again, she basically had to stop right there. I don't know. It's just a frustrating issue. I'm meeting with her, though. Hopefully this week. And she will apparently be discussing it with her manager to decide what they can do for me. Whether they can let me out of my contract, because I'll never be happy. Or perhaps just, you know, reach an agreement where I'm paying no more than one of the other local companies, like the one that I pointed to. So that's the update for the internet issues. Basically, I'm at the moment expecting overages of about the same. So it's kind of an issue. I have until July, and then I'm going to be with. Did I announce this? Maybe this is my first time announcing this. So I'm going to drop the bomb right now. Is that I've been in talks with Curse Network. They're the guys who run MinecraftForums.net. And I've been in... Whoop! Oh, I didn't realize that I had so much hunger. I just fell. I've been in talks with Minecraft Networks. And they are going to be signing me in July. And I'll be done with Maker Studios, who I'm with right now. So that'll be good. Because it's for the benefit of both parties. I'll be making more money, and Maker won't have to deal with my demands that they just don't want to deal with, right? So it's good for the both of us. Now let me try this. This is an idea I had. This might look... On second thought. Here's another idea I have. What if I were to do like this? Like this. Because what I wanted to do, actually, maybe I'll do that in this episode, is actually tear down these blocks. Is this Silk Touch? Yes. So I kind of wanted to tear down these ones, and then not have these open so much, but maybe tear down these bits of wood too. Like, there's no reason to fortify the inside of your castle, right? If this is like thinking of a castle wall type of idea. Okay, pillaring is just not working. I'm gonna think of a way to here, let's do this. Like that. There we go. Stairway. This didn't work out, did it? Well, it did if I'm breaking these down. If you're going to fortify a castle wall, you only need to fortify the outside. So that's why I can do something like this and then open up this other side. You get what I'm doing here? You get what I'm saying? So if I tear this down as well, like this, and I'll have to tear out all of this too that I just placed down. But let's see how that looks from this side. Let's go running over here. And yeah, maybe a different block, a different kind of block. It would look good with the stone brick up there. Why didn't I use stone brick? Obviously. Or maybe even... I have another idea. I have a great idea. Not so much... Well, I don't know. Now my mind is just going a mile a minute. It doesn't have to be stone at all, is what I'm thinking. Let's see what I've got in my different chest of items. Man, why couldn't I say those words? Let's go see what I have in my chests. I've got glass. That won't cut it. Lots of wool. Lots and lots of wool. That might look good. Red wool. Perhaps. Okay, stone. TNT, that would be dangerous to have. I can make it glow. That's an idea. I wouldn't mind putting some lighting on it. Obsidian. There's that idea. Ooh, nether brick. I'm liking that. Let's try that. And what else? Something special I want to try. No. Yes. Let's try it. Let's just see how melon looks. Before we knock it. Okay, anything else? You know what? I'm gonna grab some pearls. Not really. Nothing else that we can really... It'd be cool to have like a bunch of jukeboxes up there. Note blocks, maybe. Look at all the melons I have. Wow, okay. Well, we could definitely do that. Okay. So that's what we're going to do, maybe. It's the melon route. But I'm going to try both nether brick and melon. So, in this episode, everybody's waiting, and this episode's going on very long, and I'm going to stop it right here while I'm doing this. But everybody's waiting for my explanation as to the public server thing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically on the last episode of my Lion King series, episode 31, final episode, Battle with Zira. Amazing episode. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it because it's pretty cool. And basically what happened is I said, if episode 1 of the Aether 2 gets 1,000 likes in 2 days, I would be making a public server. And it didn't quite make it. It got close. You gotta be kidding how close it was. It was maybe 30, 40 off. Like maybe no more than, I think it was less than 50 likes off. I don't really like that, to be honest. It's too dark. Too dark. Can I place it like... Maybe. Okay, something like that, maybe. But it was off. The likes were off. And I want to explain to people why... I gotta start from the beginning. And hopefully this video doesn't go on too long, but if it does, I'm not gonna stop it. I'm just gonna upload the whole thing if that's the case. And hopefully you've stayed the whole time. But I wanted to test something. I wanted to test how the community was. Because I knew that if I were to post that same exact thing on the dinosaur mod, that it would have had 1,000 likes almost instantly. You know? Okay, let's see how this... Haha! Wow. Let's see how this is. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't like that too much. I don't know. I don't like that. Okay, well, I'll take it down. I knew that if I posted it on the dinosaur series, I would have had 1,000 likes instantly. So my test basically was put it on a series that I know doesn't get a whole lot of views. And I did that for a good reason. I did that to test whether or not the community would be able to come together to get the likes needed for a public server. And I said to myself, if this community is strong enough at this point, it'll be just so easy to get 1,000 likes. And so I was actually kind of surprised that we didn't get there. We almost did. But what that tells me is that we are almost ready, but not quite ready yet. I want to make sure, like, if I make a public server for you guys, that it'll be a super, super strong community. Maybe if I do like this. That look better? Like on the same level? Let's try that. So it was a test to see if we were ready. And if we're not ready, then we're just not ready. So I don't want anybody to be upset that we didn't quite make it. And like I always say, I appreciate likes more than anything. That doesn't look so bad. I like that. I could maybe even just duplicate that on the top. Might look good. Yeah? Maybe. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. I like that. Nice improvement. Maybe I could replace those with like the just the slabs. Let me see how that looks. So, what are we gonna do now? Will we have another contest like that? On one hand, I really liked the fact that people did come together like they did. We did get over 900 likes, which was just incredible. But at the same time, I found that a lot of spam originated because of that. And as you guys know, I'm completely opposed to that kind of stuff. So I had people posting on every one of my videos, as many videos as they can find, basically saying, if you like this video, we'll get a public server. And it was to the point where I had to actually start deleting comments because it was spam. It was just downright spam. Even though it was to my benefit, I just comments should be relevant to the video. They always should be. And oh yeah, oh that looks so much better. Just like that. Big on the bottom, little on the top. No, other way. Big on the top, little on the bottom. I like that. Oh, good. I know what I'm going to be doing now. Okay. So I actually had to start deleting comments. So I don't think I'll do a contest quite like that again. And then it kind of got me thinking, maybe the server shouldn't necessarily be public. Or if I do a public server, I should also have another private server. Because I'd also like to have... I see other servers out there, fan servers for different users, and they are usually invite only for people making YouTube videos and that kind of stuff, to create a huge, strong community that supports each other, supports my videos and that kind of stuff. So I may have 2 different servers in mind. For now, though, I'm only thinking the public server, so don't worry, those of you who don't make videos and that kind of stuff. I haven't forgotten about you. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking both now, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, give me that. Cook up the netherrack. And do I have enough time to really talk about the other thing? I might as well do it really quick. Basically, that it's come to my attention that there are other YouTubers on YouTube, derp. There are YouTubers out there who are hugely copying what I do, and I mean it's pretty blatant. It's happened. It's very surprising when I found out about it. It happened, number one, with an up-and-coming channel who had already several thousands of subscribers, and they just started doing the exact same things that I was doing. Like same intro music, same type of intro in general, same type of let's plays of mods. And you know what? Imitation is the biggest and most sincerest form of flattery, so I don't mind that. And then it also happened with a huge channel, which is also flattering that they would want to copy what I'm doing. But it was a channel that has over, let's just say it has over 100 and something thousand subscribers. And they did, in this particular case that I'm thinking of, an intro that was exactly like mine. And I wouldn't just be saying this if it was like, hey guys, they're copying me, and it's like completely different. What are you talking about, poet? Oh, was there always a crafting table in here? That's not the case. These are like blatantly copying. And so, I mean, that's going to happen. And especially to me, I'm one of the types who disagrees very strongly with patents and patent laws. Because I always think, You know, if any progress in society is going to be made, we have to be able to take from existing ideas and build upon them. So the fact that they've taken what I'm doing and they've maybe built upon it, improved it, or reused it, or used it to their advantage, I have no problem with that. And like I said, it's very, very flattering. It just means for me that I now need to evolve what I'm doing as well. And like I've also said, I hate begging for likes and that kind of stuff. And I've never had to beg for likes in the past. And I never will in the future. And these two last contests that I had, the one where I was going to do a silly voice in the dinosaurs, and the Aether public server contest, those are the first and the last time I will ever do a likes contest. I can't guarantee that, but I don't intend to. I don't plan on it anytime soon, because I feel bad about begging, you know. You guys should be able to like my content for what it is when you like it, you know. So with that said, I mean, I have to figure out how to motivate people to like my videos, because that does really help. Liking videos helps more than you know. So I got to figure out how to make people like my videos consistently. I guess by making likable content. But we have to build the community. And that's kind of why I was like, we're not ready yet to have a public server as a community yet. Because the community will be the ones to dish out the likes, to dish out the subscribes, you know? To tell their friends about my channel, to tell everybody about the channel, and to grow it. Because right now, as it stands, the people who are copying what I do, or at least borrowing from what I do, I won't be so blatant as to say copying, although I know that's what it is. I will say they are growing at huge rates, and meanwhile I'm growing. I admit I'm not doing badly, but I could be growing. If I was growing as fast as them, man, I would actually be set, and then I'd be able to do this full time, and then I'd be able to just, you know what, money wouldn't be an issue, this internet bill wouldn't be an issue, stress wouldn't be an issue, it would fix everything, you know, it's one of those things. So what I'll say is, we have to build the community somehow, and I'm open to suggestions. I'm thinking maybe a fan page, like a website, fan forum, goes along with the public server that I'm thinking of making. But this is all kind of step by step by step. We gotta work at it. I'm gonna be hopefully getting my t-shirt shop and all that kind of stuff, my merchandise shop up fairly soon. And I mean, that you would actually be surprised when you go to school, or if you go to work or whatever, and you're wearing a Poet Plays shirt. You'd be surprised how many people will ask about it, and that's when you can kind of spread the word there too. So I mean, there's all that kind of stuff. It's just brand recognition mostly, the merchandise, and for fun. So we gotta band together, like as many videos as you can, and I'm not begging you to like it. I'm saying if you really like it, and hopefully if you're here and listening to this you do, then hit a like button, because it does help. Just a friendly, kind reminder that does help. Not only this channel, but it helps me to make better content into the future. So we'll leave it at that. I think this episode's gone on way too long. I've talked about everything that I've talked about in the last 3 recordings and then some. So with that, we will see you next time on the RedCubed server. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the UHC. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the new Aether series. So much stuff going on my channel. Check out the other videos. Like this video if you haven't already. And subscribe and do all those other awesome things that you people do. We'll see you on the RedCube. Bye-bye.